Hi, Taurus. Welcome. Whoop. So, Taurus, this is going to be a reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then we're going to go to the you versus them love reading. My readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. And let's get into it. So, Taurus, when I was meditating and preparing for your reading, I was getting messages about possibly some drama or challenges coming through for you, but also at the same time, like solutions and resolutions presenting themselves as well. Also, some of you just may be in this space where you just want to free yourself from any drama, or free yourself from a person or groups of people that create drama. Excuse me. Especially the people maybe in your life where you feel like you cannot express or be your sincerest self with, okay? Because I do get a little bit of suppression when it comes to communication. Some of you might have some information or communication that you're suppressing for whatever reason. But yeah, ooh, interesting start to the reading. And I also wanted to say this song has been stuck in my head. It may or may not at all be for you or about you, but it's the song Timber by Kesha and Pitbull. Oh, and I also wanted to say when I was meditating, I was getting images of spoons, but like spoons with like really long handles. I have no idea why. Take it or leave it if that resonates with you or hits you in some sort of weird way. Leave it if it doesn't. But the cards that came out here, oh my goodness, I might have to stop and get a drink of water here. All of a sudden I feel like pressure in my throat. Okay, King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. So this is your energy here, Taurus. This is all about staying grounded and practical, but it also talks about generosity. And then you have the card of healing and rest and restoration here. So for a lot of you, the key to your healing, right, or getting what you want or getting into a comfortable space is to be yourself, and I want to go back to what I was feeling earlier, like being in the company of somebody or some bodies who you feel like you can't be yourself with is kind of a no-no, okay? Not saying like you should avoid all people who may not understand you, because you can't, unless you go like crawl under a rock and you're never social, maybe. But if you're out here living life and on the leading edge with the rest of us, you're going to run into people you jive with and people you don't. But I feel like there's this protecting like your peace right now, though. That's really important. And, if you don't have to be in company with people that are uncomfortable to you or you feel like you cannot express yourself with, then yeah, maybe say thank you but no thank you, or avoid those spots. Okay, so let's get into it and see, especially if it's irritating you. Okay, anyways, all right, let's go a little bit deeper and see what else we have here for you, Taurus. I have the card of possibilities. Ordinariness, completion, and isolation. And it actually came out in the reverse. So they're encouraging you here, Taurus, to explore the possibilities of your ordinary, everyday, mundane life. Because sometimes in the mundane, there are treasures, that are waiting for you to see them. So where in your life can you find a little bit more fun or joy when it comes to your everyday, daily habits, your daily schedule? I do feel like as Tauruses, as fixed signs, you typically thrive on routine. I'm not saying you can't mix it up, but all of us fixed signs, I'm a fixed sign as well, like some sort of predictability or routine in our life. So they're asking you to look at your daily routines and to see the possibilities in your daily routine and not the limitations, right? Especially for my Tauruses who are feeling, a little bit restricted, right, with what their daily routine is offering them. And I actually got the word instead see it as a more laid back, or from a more laid back approach than a restricted approach, right? And remember, you have free will, okay? It doesn't always feel like that in this world, right? Especially if there's a lot of demands or obligations being made on us, but you do truly have free will, and you have the ability to exercise that whenever you want. There's some sort of missing puzzle piece also coming through here, and you have the card of isolation, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like actually isolation, right, to some degree, alone time, private time, would actually be helpful to you, right? Because there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. And I get this more of like a healing aloneness, not like a lonely aloneness, if you will. But let's go further and see. Now that's interesting though, because I did just do Aries reading, and they were getting the song Lonely by Justin Bieber. If you're on the cusp of Aries, you might want to check their reading out. But let's go further and see what else we got for Taurus. 7 of Cups. The Moon. The 8 of Swords. There's that restriction. The 9 of Swords. What is this about? Wow. Okay, so I'm picking up on another group of you. I'm going to get very specific, so take this if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. There are some of you, though, who are literally going through something very emotional, very painful, very personal, where you may need your private time, right? But remember, there's a difference between privacy and lonely. And the difference is in how you feel, right? So if you're going through a really emotionally overwhelming moment, don't be afraid here, Taurus, to give yourself a bit of a timeout, to prioritize your healing, and to cut yourself off from anything that's excessive or dramatic, or that's gonna, you know, add fuel to the fire, right? I'm getting like a timeout signal, okay? Now, for others of you, even if you don't fall into that specific group, I do still feel that in general, Taurus, you're facing some sort of challenging decision here. And that may feel emotionally overwhelming, you know, on what to choose, or, you know, not really knowing what the right choice is, or feeling some sort of sense of unknown or restriction around this. And it could be stressing you out, right? This could be something you're dealing with alone, you know, or feeling lonely about. This could also indicate, you know, being in a lack mentality or feeling without something, okay? And it's funny because the Knight of Wands is kind of crowning all of this. So the encouragement here, Taurus, is to soothe yourself, meditate, get yourself into a more calm state of mind, and then start imagining and thinking about all of the best outcomes and best possibilities that could be there for you. And then they're also saying, be a little bit more playful and fun about this. I know that's not always easy to do when things feel real and heavy, but you know, reality is always changing second by second, and possibilities are always opening second by second. So there's no permanence in anything in life, right? Not even life. But they really want you to remember that permanence is not real. And sometimes that feels scary, but in a lot of ways, that's a beautiful thing, right? Because if you're living something you don't like very much, just wait. It'll be over soon. You know? And be open to change, right? So let's see what else is coming through for Taurus. And I have to say, because this is a general reading, if this is not your energy, you certainly could be connecting with somebody who has a lot going on emotionally, and yeah. But let's see. King of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Temperance. Goodness. Yeah. And the 3 of Wands. So I do actually feel like this is temporary, whatever this is, or fleeting, or not, you know, lingering, if nothing else. Because here's the going into a state of empowerment, confidence, going back into the space of reaching for what you want for yourself, Taurus, and finding and figuring out who you are among all of this, that chaos kind of that it feels like is coming at you. The Three of Wands, there's a possibility opening up here for you. So here's the thing. If you're having trouble like deciding what's right for you or the right direction to go into, they're saying, just wait. Just wait. The universe is going to present it to you in a way where it's going to be obvious what the correct decision or action or pathway to take is. So this emotional unrest, your one and only job right now is to get into a space of rest, of soothing that, of getting into allowing mode. And it's not so much about like you making something happen versus you allowing what is best for you to happen for you. And like I said earlier, there's some sort of doorway of opportunity opening up here. So let me go further then. What song is coming through? We're going down, and I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. It's such an uplifting song. And why does Pitbull always make me want to dance or roller skate or something? I don't know. Maybe check that song out. I don't know. Maybe it'll make you happy. It is kind of uplifting. So anyways, Six of Wands, Seven of Swords. Why do you doubt your own success? That's silly. Don't do that. If you are doing that, that's just simply insecurity, which insecurity is fear. And what is fear? False evidence appearing real. You know, the best thing I ever did for myself was to realize insecurities are fear, and fear is not real. I know that sounds very simplistic. You may agree, you may not agree, but I'm telling you, it changed my life. Because now when I get a fearful or insecure thought, you know, am I good enough? Is this working out for me? Blah, 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 blah. I recognize it because I feel the emotional dip. And I'll tell myself, why am I filling my head with nonsense? None of my business. Think about something else. That actually translates energy-wise as confidence. I would say like a lot of people who would meet me in my real life would say I seem very confident, but it's not confidence at all. It's just simply pointing my focus in the right direction. You know, I'm not in my head saying I can do this. I'm just simply saying I'm not going to focus on what I can't do. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that would be so helpful to you, because some of you are doubting your own successes or recognition or abilities or something of that nature, and it's like, stop with that. Because I do see success here. I also see a change coming through. Now this is coming through a relationship or relationships, okay, and I'm going to explore that in a minute, but let me see what the Seven of Swords is about. Yeah, why are you lying to yourself? Some of you are believing your own insecure thoughts and you're giving too much weight to them. They're not real, right? Like, you get to choose your thoughts and you're the creator of them. So you could pick which ones you want to give. You want to give the stamp of reality to, and the ones you don't, right? Because think about that. So many people that I've done private readings that come through say, I can't think positive because it feels like I'm lying to myself, or that would be lying to myself. And I'm like, it's not a lie. It's just that you're not practiced in feeling good about yourself. You're not practiced in being your own cheerleader. So it feels untrue, but it's no more or less untrue than anything you've ever told yourself about yourself before. So it takes time to change how you feel about yourself or your beliefs about self. if you've been practicing not believing in yourself or humbling yourself or whatever, degrading yourself for a long time. And the reason it's hard to change that thinking is because it feels real, but it's not real. It's just a thought you've been thinking for a long time that has now become an ingrained belief in you. But you could change that. You could change that over time, right? So what is real and what is not real? I would say most of life is subjective outside of gravity and birth and death. I would say that's it. And even that is somewhat gray because we're eternal. So what is death and birth when you just keep going on? You know what I mean? So what subjective reality do you choose when it comes to believing in yourself? Because some of you are believing in the insecurity more than you're believing in the security. And, you know, law of attraction will give you evidence of whatever it is you're focusing on the most, and you're believing it. But they're saying believe in your security, believe in your goodness, believe in your kindness, believe in your love, believe in your deservability, your worthiness, your intelligence, because that's who you really are. And that's how your source sees you. Also, something about going back on old promises or something of that nature. Going back on what? No such thing as broken promises in a world that's eternal and forever changing. Okay. But then there's also something changing here in relationships. What is it? Okay. So there's this more cooperative, supportive attitude coming through, by the way, in a relationship, a particular relationship, I feel. And this could be in, you know, intimate, or it could be a platonic, you know, friend or family member. But I feel some improvement coming through one particular relationship. But let me see what the guidance has to say. And we're going to go all deep into the you versus them when it comes to what else you got going on in relationships. But for now, let's just see what the guidance is for the general portion of the reading. This one's always very interesting to me. Babies are thinking and attracting before they speak, card number 14. Even though you are only months old in your physical body as a baby, you're actually a very old and wise creator focused in a baby's body. All of you came with powerful intentions. People often assume that because a child is not yet offering words, they could not be the creator of their own experience, but it is our promise to you that no one is ever creating your experience. Children emanate vibrations, same as adults, which are the reason for what they attract, and that begins at the time actually before their birth. I always find that very interesting. And, you know, because we are eternal, right? You too will come back as a baby, and you will hold within you all of the knowledge and experience you've had over your other lifetimes, as well as your intentions for what you want in your next lifetime. And your soul carries that information, whether your ego remembers it or not. So, I'm going to leave that part there. Very interesting. And we're going to jump to the you versus them now and see what's going on with love. So stay right there. I will clear my energy and the cards, and then I will be right back in just a second for the you versus them. Welcome back. All right, so Taurus, now we're going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Let's get into it. Your card came out, and it is, interestingly enough, you both have the number 888. Your card is the card of guilt. Are you having some guilt here, Taurus? Are you wrestling with something in your mind? Or is the person you're connecting with feeling this way? This can also be a sense of like things pulling at you emotionally, or things negatively impacting you emotionally. Be careful with that. This person has the card of traveling, quite literally what it sounds like. They may be traveling, but it could also be that they are open to exploring new things or at some sort of distance. So we will see. We are going to look at how you both think and feel about each other and most likely outcomes. So let's get into it. Taurus, let's see. How does Taurus think about this person? You have the card of the Page of Pentacles, and they have, sorry, these are both yours. This is showing up in how you think about them. My goodness, get my brain straight. Okay, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. I kind of feel like this card looks right now. Anyways, let's go further. Eight of Swords. The cards are so messy, too. And the Knight of Wands. So I keep getting this restrictive vibe. I don't know if you're holding yourself back intentionally or unintentionally, or if it's like your own mind is playing tricks on you or something. Or maybe the sense of like guilt is holding you back. But you have an opportunity here to, you know, see progression or see things move forward in a really positive way. And yet there is like this restrictive energy here, okay? But this is coming from the way that you're thinking about something. It's coming from the thought processes. Now, this is showing up in how you view this person. So, I don't know. Is there something that holds you back in this connection? Taurus, I almost called you Scorpio. Could be in regards to a Scorpio. But is there something that holds you back when it comes to this person, Taurus? Because I feel like you see their value or you see their potential. And you know, like, this person could be very fun to be with or fun to be around, or that there's some action to take. But I get a sense too of like insecurities or fears here. And I also get a sense of drama. So there may be drama around this person or around the connection or maybe you. But let's go into this person's energy and see. How do they think about Taurus? Ace of Wands. The Emperor. Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands. So it might be full steam ahead for this person. Like, I don't get hesitation and restriction when I look at their cards. But again, it could be interchangeable because it's a general reading. Like, they have the card of inspiration and passion. You know, the Emperor, this is, you know, control, yes, but it's also empowerment. The Knight of Cups is vulnerable, emotional, loving energy, and then the Page of Wands is kind of like ready for anything. Now, they could see you that way. If it's how they see you as passionate, they see you as in control, they see you as loving, as ready for anything, quite literally. But this could also be how they feel, like in general or about themselves. So take it as it resonates. It's just interesting to me because I feel a sense of restriction over here and this person doesn't see that, okay? Or like maybe you see something about yourself, Taurus, that this person doesn't see that or they don't agree with that, you know? Like, have you ever been being hard on yourself or imposing self-limitations, but you're not realizing it? Like, oh, I'm not good at that. And this person's like, yes, you are good at that, you know? Like, I don't see you that way. Why do you see yourself that way? Or something of that nature, right? And that could go back and forth. Like this person seeing the best in you, even when you don't see it in yourself, possibly. Or vice versa, you do that for them. So let's go into how you feel underneath it all. Nine of Pentacles, how you feel about this person underneath it all. The Five of Cups. Ah, no. Too many. How does Taurus feel? Justice. I feel a lot of emotion here, or like trying to keep a check or keep a balance on yourself emotionally. Because you have goals here that you're reaching for, right? And there is so much more love than there is the absence of love. But you have to keep it all into perspective. When it comes to how you feel about this person, like I feel like, you know, a part of you, whether you agree or not, it inspires you to become a better person, to strive for being better. Even if the connection emotionally drains you at times, it does kind of provide some sort of balance, or it's weird because I'm getting the word opposition, but on the opposite side of opposition is balance. So it could provide opposition, but also balance. And I feel a lot of love here. So I feel genuine emotion, genuine love towards this person, this connection. Let me see how they feel underneath it all. 5 of Swords. Yeah, there's a sense of like defeat here or rejection alive in this person's heart space that they're currently moving away from. You know, I feel like this person may be on this path of learning their own self-worth and their own potential and believing in that. Or maybe they're here to serve as a reminder for you to also believe in yourself, because I feel relationships sometimes mirror each other in their lesson or reasoning for the partners, right? And I use the term lesson loosely. Like, partnerships are here for the joy and growth of life, not necessarily for the lesson. But, you know, you take the good with your bad, right? So I get a sense of like, you know, growth and development happening within both of you, to be quite honest. And like this person seeing the worth and the potential and kind of moving away from this lower level energy. Okay, this is super specific, so this is not for all of you. One of the things that this person might be overcoming or moving away from is this need to get back at somebody. Or get back at you. That's if you've had, you know, some sort of tussle with this person. And I mean this like, say, okay, I'm going to go a little bit further. Like when your feelings are hurt, Taurus, what is your natural response? Do you want to isolate? Do you want to hurt them back? Do you want to leave it alone? Do you want to treat it with love? You know, there's lots of different ways we react when our feelings are hurt or when we're not feeling so good. Which one do you choose? First and foremost, ask yourself that. Because I feel like this person chooses, whether intentionally or unintentionally, like their usual reaction may be to throw a low blow. And they're trying to grow from that. Like they're trying, or at least Spirit is encouraging this person to move away from that behavior. And that's very specific and also very random. So take it or leave it if that part resonates. So let's see where this is headed. Or maybe that's something you need to move away from if it's you. Okay, so let's see. Page of Cups. What's the most likely next outcome? Queen of Wands. Yeah, the encouragement here is to release any judgment you have, to stay open-minded, to stay in your good feeling space, and like all will work out for you. You know, there's the 10 of Pentacles showing up here. So this is a good foundation to build off of. This is having what you need. And so for you, it's more so letting go of whatever this is that's emotionally draining you. Some of you, it is guilt. If it's guilt, forgive yourself, let it go. Spirit doesn't even... well, I can't say Spirit doesn't believe in guilt, because guilt is a real emotion, but it does not see it as purposeful. But anyways, guilt is just a form of judgment towards yourself. That's what it is. So release the judgment towards yourself. And usually it's stemming from judging yourself from prior decisions, or a decision you made that maybe had unintended consequences, or maybe you didn't think it through, or whatever. I don't know what this is that I'm picking up on. But the thing is, they want you to let it go, okay? So that you can dip back into that good feeling space, and so that you can welcome improvements into this connection and into your life experiences. So let's see this person's most likely outcome. Of course, all the outcomes can be changed with free will, but I'm giving a snapshot. Four of Wands, the High Priestess. Ooh, nice. The Sun. And the Two of Cups. So I feel like this person is kind of, I got down for whatever. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Maybe they're always like that. I don't know. They're in the space of like wanting stability and listening to their intuition, and they feel good, you know, about the connection, or they want to feel good about it. They want to move past whatever this yucky Five of Swords energy is. They're seeing the potential. They're seeing the growth. Like, I feel with this person, they are more in the spot of feeling inspired to go towards their happy place, right? To see a resolution or positive things in their life, yes, but also in their relationships, also in their connections, and this connection in particular. There's the card of union, there's the card of spiritual connection, and just, yeah, I'm getting a song. Oh, sometimes you get a good feeling. I get a feeling I never had before. That's Pitbull again. Oh, Lord. I gotta stop listening to Pitbull when I work out in the morning. But anyways, I got a good feeling. And that may be what I title this reading. I got a good feeling about this. So let's see what the guidance cards had to say. What are the guidance cards for Taurus? I have the power to direct my own thoughts, card number 35. Your thoughts create the reality that you live, and one of the most exciting things about beginning the process of deliberately focused thought is that the law of attraction will bring you evidence of your improved thought immediately. And while old patterns may be hard to break, and you may slip back into old patterns from time to time, evidence of your effort will be undeniable to you. And before long, with much less effort than you spend trying to dodge negative conversations or train another into better behavior, all of your relationships will improve. Nice. Card number 35. All right. Woo! Okay, so we're going to leave it there for now, Taurus. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or have in your own chart. I have Leo here. I have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. I have Aries, Aries again, Sagittarius, Leo, Pisces, Libra. Yep, and Cancer. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Find me on Facebook as well for more fun stuff. I do have content over there, and I started doing daily free collective readings over there. So if you don't want to miss out, check me out on Facebook. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media. Also linked below and in the About section. So see you over there, and wishing you the very best in the meantime. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.